Assalamu alaikum, warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, this is something slightly different no, than cycling. We have someone special today, actually, all the way from Korea. Daud Kim, that's his name. He's an amazing YouTuber who makes amazing, fantastic videos for content for youngsters, teenagers, and generally as well with his family, kids, and the environment that he lives in Korea as well. So he has a huge following on social media, and I'm honored to have him in my show today to discuss generally about well-being, mental balance, and how he came, let's say, embrace Islam from his, let's say, musical career, what led him to Islam. I have so many questions also asked by our followers as well to ask Daud Kim. So before we continue, I'd like to introduce him. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Brother Daud.
Walaikum assalam.
How's things? Everything good?
Yeah, everything is good, alhamdulillah.
So as you can see, I got my helmet on, I got my bike in the background, but I'll take this off now. This is just, and I got my hat on, so because I've got a white background, you can't see it. Yeah, that's better now. So yeah, I mean, let's put that there. Put my hat there. Alhamdulillah. So a few questions, Daud. You can ask me questions as well. Let me see. So this is a question. Obviously, I'm going to ask you as well. Was related to the same question actually. Somebody I know, like somebody quite close. Her name is Mariam Jilani. Mariam, well, she's known as. So she asked a few questions. If I can ask you, she's actually. I've selected these questions from different age groups. So this one is around about in the teenage age. So she asked the question, for example, what was it that made you discover Islam? What was the points, if you can explain?
Actually, there are a long story about this. Because at first I didn't know about Islam well, because in Korea, in general, many people don't know about Islam well because there are not many Muslims in Korea, and the media always talk about bad things, like if there is a war or if there is a terrorism or something, they talk about Islam. So when I was young, I thought that Islam is not a good religion because of the media. So I have that kind of prejudice and stereotypes. But I was a singer. I studied music composing, so I went to university, and then I became a singer. So there were a small opportunity to perform in another country, and that was Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia. So I met real Muslim people in there at the first time. So I was very curious because in Korea nobody wear the hijab and there are not many Muslims. So at first time I even didn't realize that they are Muslims, but after I met them and when I realized that they are Muslims, I had so many questions. So I asked them, like, why did you wear hijab? Like, someone make you wear that? Anyone force you to wear that? But they answered me, no, nobody forced them, and it was their choice, their own choice, and it's to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's serve God, and it's to express themselves, express their religion, express their faith. So I was like, at first I thought the media always talk about bad things about Islam, but when I meet the real Muslims, they are different. They are very kind and they have positive mind and they always help others, they always welcome others. So I thought like, this is different. So I started to interested in Islam. And after that, I met so many other good Muslim people, even in Korea, after I come back to Korea. So I started to study about Islam, and also I started to practice Islam. I mean, like not only study, but also practice. Like I tried to pray, I tried to fast in Ramadan. And then I felt like my mind is so peaceful. I've never thought, I've never felt about that things. Like it makes my mind so peaceful, and it feels like the Islam teach me where I have to go. Like it feels it guide me on the right path. So I also prayed in the mosque. I prayed. I was not Muslim, but I prayed like, oh, if there's a God, I hope you guide me on the right path. So after that, I think I got the answer, because I felt so many peaceful mind in my mind, and I felt like, oh, I think I have so many depression, and I was lost in my I was totally lost. But when I think about Allah, when I feel about Allah, I felt that I'm going on the right path. So after I feel that, I thought like, oh yeah, I can be a Muslim. So I went to the mosque and meet Imam and do the Shahadah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So that's how I embrace Islam.
Wow, that is obviously we don't have much time, but that's very interesting, and we can go in such detail as well. Like I'm sure you have some personal stories along the way that helped you as well, and also the signs that you're seeking to find God. I mean, you can be from any religion background, but there has to be a purpose in life. If you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, there has to be some type of objective in life, someone to follow. So that would be because without a guide or a system in general sense, you could easily be, like you mentioned, not yourself, but anyone who's like depressed, go on drugs, because they're following their own, which in Islam we call it nafs. They're following their own desire. So one day they might feel good, they might think, oh, let me do this today. Then tomorrow they might do something else. So they might do, there's no a progressive system to follow in detail. So that's an amazing story, and I'll come back to that one later on. The second question, again, the same person asked was, how was the reaction, like, because obviously whereabouts are you from, Korea again? For the viewers.
What did you say?
Where are you from, Korea? Which area?
I'm from Seoul.
Okay, excellent. So obviously, is there a large population of, you could say, Islam or different religion, Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, in your area? And if there is, how was the reaction from your friends, your close friends, your parents? What did they think? How did you bring them that, look, hey, I become Muslim? What was the reaction?
Yeah, of course. At first it was not good, because my parents and also my grandparents are all Catholic. They believe in God, but they think Islam is too much different religion.
Okay.
Because they even didn't know that Muslims also believe in God.
Yes.
So at first they worried about me very much. They concerned me a lot, because they thought Islam is dangerous religion, and they only have heard about like ISIS and like other terrorism things. So they were very worried about me. But after I showed them how I I changed. Like, I changed a lot, like, because my mind is
focused.
I'm being more positive person. So after they see my change, like they recognize that, like, oh, like you change in a positive way. So
Inshallah.
then you can do whatever you want. So now they support me. Alhamdulillah. So everything is okay now. My friends are also saying, mashallah.
Okay. I think regardless of you being a Muslim or not, I think one of the key things in Islam, which obviously I've studied a little bit, is that it's really focused on giving back to the society. Now, what does that mean? That means obviously first I have to learn my basics, how to pray, how to salah, how to give zakat, charity. But overall, what is the purpose? Is so that you be good in your own environment with your family, your friends, your neighbors. At the same time, you be good regardless of color, race, gender, with anyone really. Because like I'm not sure if you knew, I have a teacher called Shaykh Ahmad Dabbagh, and they focus on tazkiyat al-nafs. So what that basically means is purification of the heart from ailments, from like feeling low, feeling like depressed, anger management, jealousy. So although we focus on the outwardness, like the qualities of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, for example, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to smile first. He used to shake hands with people. He used to open doors for people. So these are known as sunnah, which means the prophetic traditions. Now, as you know, Brother Daud, that if you read so many books, even Islamically generally as well, there's so many conditions. Where do you start? What do you do first? So this course, what my teacher teaches, is free, 100% for man and woman, regardless of religion. It's about creating good character, and we focus our character building to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Based on his life story, we adopt those qualities. We cannot be obviously like them, but we can copy some of the qualities, basic qualities. So this is something that we as in the two Muslim narrative, that this is one of the concept. How do we propagate to the masses? Just being you, really. Just like I always put on my social medias, be simple, be you. The Sunnah way, and be honest. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't be, or anyone really shouldn't be, one type of face at home, one type of face with the parents, what type of face with the friends, what type of person at workplace. No, you should be same. You should be one face everywhere. You should be honest and decent. So these are the things that's taught by my blessed teacher and other ustads as well, for men and women. And it's a practical way of practicing Islam. So the website is called propheticpath.co.uk. And you can register for free. What happens is you get assigned a mentor, and then he guides you. For example, I might be finding it difficult to pray my salah or my personal issues. So they qualify, so they give you like a mentor, like an Islamic mentor. So this is something that we've started many years ago here as well. But one of the key things that really stuck to me every time when I go out, meet people, different races, different color, that which you could say install this idea in me, is that, wherever you are, make that environment peaceful, make that environment lovely and accepting and welcoming. Doesn't matter where you are, so that energy, positive energy, reflects on them. And then they see that it's not that bad. They can have in Islam you can have balance, you can work, family, you can enjoy. So that's something, in a nutshell, that's something that we're trying to bring into this you could say cycling adventure we started a few years ago. So that's the idea. So obviously later on I will discuss with you in terms of what this course is. But moving forward, just a few more questions. You can ask me questions as well. It's not just one way, on this like this is open, relax. But just to keep a few things. Somebody asked, do you like animals?
Yeah, I like.
What would be a dog, cat, rabbit? What would that be?
I love all of the animals, but especially I really want to raise cat.
Yes.
Someday.
Yeah.
But my wife have the allergy. For
allergy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the funny thing is,
So yeah.
I used to have a cat. We had her for 9 years, literally, and she passed away a few years back. She's really sad. I could obviously I couldn't bury the cat in the garden, back garden. But my younger brother, he did it. Oh, it was too emotional for me. I couldn't. But obviously, I want to get one as well now. But again, my missus, she's scared of animals. Actually, she's kind of allergic as well, so similar as you. But yeah, I love animals actually. So if you were to have a cat, what would you name it?
I don't know. I
mean, mashallah, good brother. Another question. This was asked by many people, so I thought I summarized the same thing. How many halal shops are in Korea where you are? Is it difficult to get halal?
I think there are many. In my city, there's one halal shop. I think at least one halal shop in big city.
Okay.
At least one or two.
Okay.
So yeah, like Incheon, Busan, Daegu, Cheongju, but there are not many. So usually I order the halal food from the halal grocery store online shop. Usually because the halal shop is too far away from my home.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, there are not many because there are not many Muslims.
Fantastic. I mean, like I said, I invite you, if you do come over, I'll show you there's hundreds of thousands of halal shops in UK. You'll be blown away.
Yeah, I love to go. Yeah, I love to go.
Inshallah, one day, why not? You can't answer this question, and you can't say I don't want to. Somebody said, how did you meet your family, meaning your wife?
Because it's simple. Because I was a university student, and she was also the same university. So we met in the university, and yeah.
You said you studied music?
Yeah. But my wife studied Russian language. Russian.
Okay. I have a friend called Ansar. He's Chechnyan, but he speaks fluent Russian, and his family, his wife, also from that area, Pakistan, that type of area. So they fully understand Russian. If you were to say, can you speak Russian or say anything? Another question.
Здравствуйте.
I don't know the. So somebody asked, how do you say hello in Korean?
안녕하세요.
Say it slowly.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did I do well?
Yeah.
So where your area from? I'm sure there's a huge cycling network for people. I'm sure a lot of people do cycling in your area as well. So have you ever thought of doing cycling, or can you ride a bike?
Not so far. I didn't think about that much. Okay. But yeah, in Korea, cycling is very popular, and if you go like Han River, there are so many people who ride the bicycle and make those cycling things. It's very popular, so I'd love to try it one day. I want to learn. I want to learn.
No, it's quite good. What I found, I mean, I'm not professional at all, but one thing I find amazing is after working normal jobs, staying in the office, going family, these are all beautiful things to do, part of life. But whatever you do, either you do walking or cycling or jogging, any type of exercise, it's advisable in Islam to do some type of exercise. For example, there's a beautiful story my teacher mentioned was that once Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, after midnight, after Isha Salah, them and the blessed mother in Islam, Hazrat Khadija radiallahu anhu, they used to go for walks at night, after Isha, and they used to go a long walk. Sometimes they used to jog as well. So there's a lot of how can I put it? There's a lot of romanticness and beauty in Islam, which is really not expressed in the media or by any what do you call in mainstream media. It's always negative. Did you receive any negative remarks in the social media, and how do you react to this?
Yeah, of course.
Advise YouTubers or people who listen generally in life as well, because some people, they don't know how to react to negative comments and they feel very depressed. So how do you deal with, you could say, negative or very, you could say, personal sometimes attacks?
Yeah, of course. Quite a lot of quite a lot of people watch my video and many people comment me. So yeah, of course there are negative comments and like sometimes they like suspend me, like they suspend my mind, like they doubt me, like, oh, how can you're Korean and how can you be a Muslim, and or like some Koreans like they're very against, like
okay,
well, how can like Islam is dangerous, and how can you be a Muslim, and that's you're not like us, like you're different, like you're weird guy. So I also get hurt sometimes because it's very toxic, and because I have family, so I always sometimes I'm stressed. I got the stress, like how my children get hurt from that. I'm worried about that too. But yeah, if I see the negative comments, then I think God, and because God knows my heart. Like even if others don't know my heart, they can know my heart. They can know my intention. They can't know my mind. They can't like read my inside. But Allah knows everything because He's greatest and He's absolute.
Yes.
So I don't care about their opinions, because anyway Allah knows, and after I die, and he will know my intention. So I think I don't react to them, but I react to God.
Well, fantastic. I think on that point, again, going back to hopefully over time, hopefully we do more off screen. I'm introduced to that's what I was trying to express before as well. You know, this course my teacher teaches is also how to mentally and intellectually increase your mind capacity, understanding things. So, for example, one key you could say you can utilize as well. One key point they mentioned, how to react to negative comments, negative feedback, right? So they said, listen, first of all, we are servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Now, if somebody says to me, Brother Alam, XYZ, FY, swears, whatever, how do I react? Obviously, as a human being, naturally, I will get upset. But really, then you have to think, that comment that came to me, attacked me, for example, that's just as an opinion, which I disagree, obviously. Now, why should I get upset? That means I am taking that opinion above me. Basically, I'm becoming slave of that opinion. Do you understand? I'm becoming slave of that opinion. Now, but we are slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So really, that shouldn't affect me because it's just an opinion. It doesn't mean anything. For example, if somebody says, it's like saying, let's say you like red and I like blue. Now, there's no argument because that's your personal choice. You like red and I like blue, fine. But then in Islam, we say we like all colors. There's no difference. It's not black and white. Like you do this, you can't do this. No, there's flexibility. For example, when it comes to praying salah, we command to pray salah, standing, ruku, sujood, the different postures of salah. Now, if I hurt my leg, I can pray sitting on a chair. If I hit my back, I can pray lying down on bed. And if I can't even move my head, I can do it in my mind. So there's degree levels and in watered down. So this is something like powerful, quite deep if you think about it. How mentally to be free from from opinions of others. At the same time, we respect the opinions, but we accept those we think we should accept and those we don't, to overcome them. So that's I thought that was a really amazing lesson how to overcome as well. So it's beautiful. They went through this course that I did as well, called mental intellect, and there's about 10 different faculties within our mind. Um, that, for example, there's a child intellectuality. For example, mentally, it could be child. So I could be, let's say, 65-year-old, but in my mind, mentally, I could be 16-year-old. You know, how I talk, how I conduct myself, how I present myself. In your case, for example, you could be 19, 20, but you're going to have the wisdom and mindset of 35-year-old, 65-year-old. So wisdom and intellect is a huge subject that they teach. They also teach for free because it's about inspiring and empowering myself and yourself to live better life. Did you understand?
Yeah, I think I agree. That
I might be going too fast. I get excited.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. What type of exercise do you do, if you do any?
Exercise?
Yes.
Gym. Yes, gym.
Okay, you go gym. Okay.
I exercise in gym. Workout.
Well, I think you don't need anything. You okay? When will you come to England to meet and greet?
But yeah, my wife really wants to go to England very much.
Yeah, come. You can by all means, like I told you, you can come stay with me. Inshallah, I have space.
Yeah.
There is so many open space where I live, like massive parks. You can go. There's like a pond. There's like a river. There's a place near my house. It's called Secret Lake. I'll send you some pictures. It's all building everywhere, and you go behind, and it's massive lake. You can do fishing, and it's like a different world. And then you come outside, and it's busy road, traffic, cars. And I goes, hey, what's this? So yeah. And the second question is, she's asking how to be dad number 2 again, to be dad again. How's the baby?
They're fine. Alhamdulillah.
Is it good? Yeah. Is a boy?
Yeah, they're very good. Boys. Yeah.
Okay,
2 boys.
Yeah, I have boys as well. Mashallah. How many you got? 2?
2.
Okay, mashallah. Which we try to help out as well. She just started her own business, you know, from Birmingham. So she creates very beautiful, Islamic art and craft with the name in frame and with glitter. And I thought to give her a shout out as well. She's called check her out on Instagram and on Facebook, called Also Pretty Craft. I'll send you the description. You can share it with people. She just started from home, so I thought I'd give her a shout out as well. So she's called Also Pretty Craft. So if you check, you'll see she's called Also Pretty Crafts. Well, I'll send you on WhatsApp anyway. I'll send it to you. You can have a look at it as well. Again, another question. My family asking is, how is your family?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, they're very fine.
The question is, what advice to new people to pray? They feel like low, they don't want to pray, or they feel very sad in life. What would you say to them to make them feel, happy?
Okay, so I was also very depressed and had no faith, and I was lost my mind, and even I drink a lot. But after I know about Islam, I feel that Allah is always with me. God is always with me, and when I have hardships, when I have difficulties, if I pray hard, if I try hard to get close to Allah, then Allah will definitely answer, respond to you. So I think in Quran also Allah said, you don't need to you don't give up Allah's mercy, because He's the most merciful. So I hope
So true.
nobody give up.
Hope, you're saying hope is very important.
Hope
To
is
have
very
in Allah.
important.
Yes, that's an amazing advice, Daud. That's amazing. Any question you'd like to ask? How's things in England, or anything that comes to your mind? I'll try to answer them.
Okay. Are there many Muslims in England?
Yes, where I'm from, there are quite. We have a very huge number. We have institutes. For example, the area that I live in, Leamington, there are one, two, three, about 5 mosques, quite big, and it takes me 2 minutes to walk for Salah, like Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, Jummah, and I take my kids as well. And there are a lot of Muslims, alhamdulillah. There are a lot of halal takeaways, grocery stores, open market. You can buy and trade goods, healthy goods as well. There are a lot of organic shops also run by Muslims as well, like chicken and other things. It's very fresh. One day if you come, there are farm. You can go and buy eggs, fresh eggs from the farm. You can see animals as well. Things like this. Somebody asking for you to open a halal business in Korea.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Too much hard work.
I have no money because in Korea, if you want to make a business, you need a lot of seed money. You need a lot of seed money. Yeah, so not easy.
Maybe we don't know. Maybe we can do something together. Set something in Korea, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, why not? For a charity, I'm planning to cycle, from UK to France, to Paris. So I'll let you know the details. Hopefully, you can share and support. What we're trying to do is we're trying to raise money for water well in Africa, because they don't have good water well to drink water, clean water. So we're trying to raise money to go to South Africa, Tanzania, for example, and to create water well, so that they have the basic needs. It's a basic need, because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we open the tap, drink water, and never say Alhamdulillah. But in different countries, they have to have like dirty water, and it's sad really. We live in 21st century, and we have poor people around the world, and on the other side we have such rich people. They're competing to go to moon and back and waste silly money. If you were to open a masjid,
that's one of my dreams.
Okay, is it difficult to do?
Yes, it's not easy. I told you I'm finding a job as a carpenter.
I know.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I want to build a mosque someday, inshallah, in Korea.
Okay. I mean, you can start off small, like a house, like a house or apartment, and then slowly, fund people and make one, inshallah. Mashallah, you do a lot of social media, and you do a lot of YouTube work. Do a lot of people watching your video, accept Islam, or do they say, seeing your videos, it made me interested to be a Muslim?
I really appreciate that I have the opportunity that I can use my platform to people who I can encourage them, motivate them. So I'm so happy, and I feel so lucky. But Alhamdulillah. So that's it. I think it's very lucky things. Because I didn't intend to I want to be a big YouTuber, I want to be an influencer. I didn't think about that. So I think this is amazing opportunity.